And hello, YouTube. I'm oversharing big time today. But hey, it's a definite improvement on just laying in bed doing absolutely nothing. So there's that. So it's still Friday, December 23rd, Christmas Eve, 2022, 9:33 p.m. And I'm not sure what time I ended up falling back asleep. After the last video, and which I haven't cobbled together yet. I shot some cool segments while I went to get my tires replaced. But after that, I got home. Kind of was contemplating what the heck to do with my afternoon. Didn't hear back from my daughter for quite a while. Oh wow, that looks nice. Digging what the neighbors there have done with their Christmas lights. That's nice. Now, I think I'm gonna go this way just to see if there's any Christmas lights down these streets I haven't seen yet, since I usually just go straight out. A little bit. That's festive. You know, somewhere on my channel, before I started my vlog, I've got a video of a really impressive Christmas light display. I want to say it's near 40th Street and Bell Road. I forget exactly where it is, but I'm sure if I dug through my channel enough, I could find it, and I think the address is in the video description. Part of me kind of wants to go check that out, but that's a long way to drive just to see Christmas lights by myself. I like this stuff on the house I just passed on the right. But yeah, definitely the most impressive Christmas display I've ever seen, and they were doing. The thing that was most amazing about it was they had a little sign out front that said to turn your radio to an FM station to listen to synchronized music with it, and they totally had this incredibly like full yard and full house display set up, obviously on some computer microcontrollers, and synchronized to music that they were broadcasting on some kind of a low power FM transmitter. The sound quality was really good. Like you got about a block away and the signal disappeared. But if you were sitting in front of their place and you tuned your radio to the right station, it was really, really awesome. Definitely the most impressive Christmas display at a residence I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, not having my kids with me this Christmas, I don't see me bothering to look at any more Christmas lights than what I just saw going through the neighborhood. But anyway, that was fun. I think I'm going to. I'm on my way to. Wander Inn right now, but I'm gonna hit the Del Taco drive-through just to give myself some sustenance before I head over there, since there's not much in the way of a food menu at the Wander Inn. I need something to eat a little more substantive than overpriced corn dogs. Although, to be fair, they use an air fryer, so the corn dogs that they have over at oh, it does not look open. The corn dogs that they have over at the Wander Inn are really, really good. I just don't find them very filling. And for me to order enough to actually fill me up ends up being a ridiculous amount of money. But I should be spending on drinks.
Hey, I'll be right with you.
Okay, great, thank you. I'm gonna try the tamales.
What can I do?
Yeah, I wanted to get the 2 for $5 tamales, and then could I get 2?
We don't have any more tamales.
No, it's still showing on the menu. Oh, I'm so sad now.
Well, we have tamales, but like for today we don't have any.
Oh, gotcha. Damn. I guess I'll have to come by tomorrow. I haven't tried them here yet. I've been wanting to. On that note, I guess, and I just get 4 of the bean and cheese burritos with green sauce.
4 of them?
Yeah.
And you said all green?
Yeah, all green sauce, yeah.
Alrighty, anything else for you tonight?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, I'll have it till out the window for you.
Thank you. Hey, are you guys open tomorrow?
We are.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I was really craving the tamales. To try to swing by tomorrow. Oh, they do have their hours posted here in the window. Christmas Eve, 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Christmas Day closed. Christmas Day closed inconvenience. That's the wording on the sign. I just love signs that are posted in places like this that are just grammatically ridiculous. That is grammatically ridiculous. Christmas Eve, 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Christmas Day closed inconvenience. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about things being closed on Christmas Day. Christmas Day closed inconvenience. And if you don't have family to spend Christmas with, that's kind of sums up Christmas in a nutshell. Christmas Day closed inconvenience. Not gonna lie, given the choice of anything I could do this Christmas, I'd like to just be at Amazon driving my forklift. But I'm glad that my fellow co-workers that do have family to spend Christmas with are able to get it off and spend Christmas with their families. That's a good thing for them. Dang, before I got sidetracked by Christmas lights, I had something I was wanting to talk about. I don't remember what the hell it was. Oh, after getting home with my tires. What kind of boring shit did I do? Didn't hear back from my daughter, who had been talking about maybe coming over for a while. So my older daughter, of course, younger daughter, still have no clue where she is. So yeah, another holiday with her gone. Let's see. Got home, decided I would check out that Laserdisc player that I scored about a week and a half ago. From the people that I got the big Laserdisc collection from, that Nick B at the vinyl record dude hooked me up with.
That's 691 of the account.
The sign is sad. Christmas Day closed inconvenience. It's just all Christmas Day closed inconvenience.
Yeah, we were talking about this like you're about to put sorry for the inconvenience.
No, just Christmas Day closed inconvenience. Have a good one. I'm digging right into my burritos. I'm hungry. Didn't really eat too much today. A little saltier than usual. Anyway, I got home and started uploading all the video segments that I recorded on the Obama phone onto the Microsoft OneDrive cloud, so I can move it over to the iPhone for editing. Which, right now, thinking about that, kind of reminds me of all the times that I would move segments over to from the Obama phone to the iPhone via the Microsoft cloud, and then after editing it, have to turn around and move that whole output file back to the cloud, and then from there, from the cloud back to the Obama phone, so I could upload it to YouTube. So, at least one good thing came out of the screen on the Obama phone getting smashed. I did finally get the motivation to make the effort and successfully get my iPhone onto my YouTube account and recover its password. So, on that note, Adam Gilligan, you're still watching. Don't give up on recovering your password. It can be done. Although, as I recall, he mentioned in his hey, look, there's Ruth. He mentioned in his video that the biggest problem he had is he no longer has that phone number. And I do know part of my recovery process was being the fact that I do still have my phone number. I've had the same phone number, my main phone number I've had for, Jesus, probably like 15 years, maybe more. And yeah, part of the recovery process was being able to get a text message on that phone number, so which is still associated with the Google account. So, but anyway, yeah, I started uploading those, and actually it's kind of a tedious process, as many as I did. Surprised Kimmy and Ruth aren't over here looking at me wondering why I'm not out of my car yet. Anyway, I decided I'd check out that new Laserdisc player, and man, did I feel like an idiot for not looking it over closer. And now I'm feeling kind of like I overpaid for it a little bit. It has no feet, which seems crazy to me. Like, why doesn't it have feet? I could have sworn it had the feet when I saw the player the first time. So I'm wondering if the people I bought it from maybe sold the feet to somebody? And turned around and sold me the player thinking that I'd already looked at it, so I wouldn't. I'm like, did it never have feet on it? Did I not notice that when I looked over the player, when I looked over the disc the first time? That's not the sort of thing I would normally not notice. And I could have sworn I set the player up for her and hooked it up for her on a TV when I first went there and bought the first 4 discs from her, the Kentucky Fried Movie and the other 3. Could have sworn it had feet then. I mean, if it didn't have feet, you'd thought I'd have noticed it, because I remember setting up the player. It won't set flat on a surface without feet, and I could have sworn it sat flat on a surface without a problem. Anyway, it's not the biggest of deals. I do have another DVD Laserdisc combo player. This player that I just purchased, it's the second model that Pioneer made of the combo players, and I own one of the first combo players, which that one works really good, except for one minor thing. There's a momentary contact switch that's supposed to hit when the door closes to stop the motor from trying to retract the door into the player. And I think that switch is physically broken, because even when it's closed, you can hear the motor just kind of grinding away trying to close it. That's a repairable thing. I've repaired that sort of thing before. Sometimes I've even improvised my own momentary context switches to do it. But I haven't gone that far with it. Once I got it to where it just, reliably played discs, I'm like, all right, well, it's got an issue with the context switch. I'll fix it one of these years. And it went into storage. I'm pretty sure those players both have the exact identical chassis, so the feet off the one should fit just fine on the other one. But I'm just bewildered by the fact it didn't have feet and it wasn't mentioned, and it seems weird I wouldn't have noticed that when I set it up for him. Anyway, minor thing, it doesn't affect its working condition. As for its working condition, I watched the Paul McCartney concert on it. That was really enjoyable. A little more stylized than I like concert videos to be, as opposed, in other words, it wasn't just a straight video of a concert. It has a lot of video segments interspersed into it and other video footage interspersed to it. At least the music is continuous. I'm really not fond of concert videos where there's a lot of interview footage and non-concert, non-music segments interspersed into it, and at least it didn't fall victim to that. It's non-stop music, so even if I'm not watching it closely, I can enjoy just listening to it, and the performance is great. I mean, it's Paul McCartney, of course it's great. But yeah, as far as the footage, it's a lot of like stylized, deliberately distorted, low-quality video, which I'm not a fan of. But all in all, I mean, I still thoroughly enjoyed it and enjoyed the music. And it had this bizarre, like, music video short film after, composed of different video segments and chunks of Paul McCartney songs. Other than a really weird, disturbing, like, gunshot sequence with some animals dying. I'm not sure what that even contributed to it. I did enjoy that. The little gunshot segment was kind of struck me as disturbing and unnecessary, but I'm sure somebody had a point to it. Maybe if I watch it again, I'll with a little more focus while not trying to upload videos to the Microsoft Cloud. It might make a little more sense to me. And the other thing, actually, I wasn't as actively working on uploading my videos at that time as I was actually reading a PDF file of the operating manual for that Laserdisc player. Now, on the UK Laserdisc database website, it says that player, it doesn't have any karaoke features on it, but it says that player supports CD plus G as a format. Nowhere in its manual does it say it supports that. So I haven't tried playing a CDG on it, so I'm kind of wondering whether it actually supports it or not. One thing that I do find very interesting, and I guess it shouldn't surprise me, being that it's a DVD player as well as a Laserdisc player, is that it supports both VCD and CDV, which are two distinctly different formats that are easily confused. Anyway, Tim just waved at me. I should get my ass in the bar. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did. By the time I hit the end of the concert, I was freaking tired and went to bed. And as I was climbing in bed, wouldn't you know it, that's the time that Allison finally texted me, and Priscilla finally texted me, and I told them both. It's like, yeah, I'm going to bed. So yeah, that's where that's at. I did text Priscilla since I woke up, but she hasn't texted me back. So I'm here. As far as the working order of the Laserdisc player, side A played beautifully. Looked really good, sounded really good. I really wanted to hook it up to the front input channel on my living room receiver. There's the front input channel. Instead of your usual just composite video and line left and right, with RCA jacks, it's actually got an S-video input. Obviously, I'm not using that because I don't have S-video running to my TV. So there's absolutely no point. And as I've stated before, there's really little point in ever using S-video as an output from Laserdisc, because the video format contained on Laserdiscs is actually composite. So it's just absolutely, while S-video is always optimal with the VHS VCR if you can do it, there's absolutely no reason ever to use S-video as an output from, well, generally no reason as output from Laserdisc player, unless of course you're hooking it up to a really, really old TV, like that's older than the Laserdisc player, and the TV happens to have an S-video input. But I can't imagine too many people doing that, since at this point there's not a lot of people still using TVs that are that old, and not many TVs that are that old that still work, as opposed to Laserdisc players from that era that still work. So, anyway, yeah, side A played great. It flipped sides without issue, but a couple minutes into the second side, which, by the way, was a great live performance of Live and Let Die, complete with like cannons and fireworks, and a comment that another band recently covered this song, which of course is a reference to Guns N' Roses, because this concert, I think, was released in it was from like 1992, 93, somewhere in there. It amazes me how many people think Live and Let Die is a Guns N' Roses song and don't realize it's a Paul McCartney and Wings cover. Anyway, or is it just a Paul McCartney cover? Now I'm second guessing myself. Live and Let Die, was that Wings or was that not Wings? It's such a blurry line anyway, as long as Linda McCartney's still involved, which she was. I mean, she's actually in this concert video as well. So, anyway, it did skip a little bit, and I managed to get it to play okay. I kind of hit track forward and then track back and then use scan, and I'm guessing that's just an issue of the laser when it slides back and forth on its rails. Probably it's been a long time since it's gone past that point, and the rails are probably just a little bit dirty, and I just needed to kind of do that to even up the lubricant on it. Of course, it would probably be a good idea for me to open it up, clean it, and put fresh silicone lubricant on it. But in the meantime, I seem to have got that bug out of the player. I did not watch another movie from the beginning of side B, so I don't know. We'll see what happens the next thing I watch on it. But I ended up watching the rest of the concert, and then of course the odd video short film afterwards, without issue. A lot of the enhanced features of this Laserdisc player require the remote to enable or toggle them on or off or use them, which of course I don't have the remote for it. So, although one feature I was able to use on it that's pretty unique to the player is the Paul McCartney disc is a CLV, in other words, constant linear velocity format disc, or what's often known as an extended play disc. Which, generally speaking, on a Laserdisc player means that you can't stop and freeze frame it when you hit pause. Reasonably sure every other player I own, if I hit pause, I'll just get the words pause on the screen, the word pause on the screen, and a blue screen while it pauses, and maybe a time indicating at what point in the video it's paused. And on this player, it has a digital memory, and when I paused it, I got a perfect still frame, absolutely perfect still frame. So that's a neat feature, kind of impressive. Not something I expect I'll use much ever, but I had to hit the pause button just to see, hey, this thing's supposed to have a digital buffer in it, does it? Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look cool? So anyway, on that note, I can't believe I've wasted 23 minutes on such a short. Of course, I did stop and get burritos, so there's that. But I'm gonna go inside, sing myself a song. Doesn't look like it's too busy here, but it does look like quite a few of the regulars are here, so that's nice. Could use some company. I've been kind of isolating myself way too much lately at all times outside of work. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.